on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mayor Alahouzos,
Here.
Vice Mayor Carr,
Here.
Commissioner Terrapini wanted me to advise y'all and apologize that he'll be running a little bit behind. Commissioner Donovan,
Here.
Commissioner Bilirakis.
Here.
Tonight's invocation will be given by His Eminence Archbishop Nikitas, and welcome to speak to you.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we give thanks to you, Almighty God, for the blessings you give us in life. We give thanks to you for the sun and its light. We give thanks to you for the rain that quenches our thirst. We give thanks to you for the blessings which you pour into us, especially your love, your grace, and the humility you afford us. We ask that you continue to bless this city of Tarpon Springs and the people who reside here. Remember those who are departed. Remember those who have left this life and lived here once and still abide with us in eternity. Remember those who have left this city and have gone abroad or to neighboring communities. Remember the mayor and those who serve the public. This evening, as we gather to honor Congressman Gus Bilirakis, we ask that you continue to bless him so that he may work with others and guide this nation and the world so we live in peace, so we live in mutual understanding, accepting differences, and being tolerant and understanding of all the things in life. This we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Congressman Gus Bilirakis, would you please lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Καλησπέρα, καλησπέρα. Ελάτε μπροστά είσαστε. Μπροστά είσαστε. Γεια σου Μανώλη. Hey, take your time.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated, please. Sir, thank you for your service to our country. I would like to thank our guests, dignitaries, clergy, elected officials, and friends. I'd also like to thank every one of you for attending this special occasion this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we'll begin with a special presentation to honor Congressman Gus Bilirakis for his service to our country and his contributions to Tarpon Springs. Congressman Gus Bilirakis was instrumental in placement of the dental clinic on Walton Avenue that today provides dental care to low-income and residents in need. We thank you, Congressman, for your support and your assistance, and I'm very glad that I had the opportunity to work with you on this special project. Congressman Gus Bilirakis strongly lobby and secure funding for the Army Corps of Engineers for the Angelo River dredging, which is so important to our local economy and to our heritage. And again, thank you for being the leader for that. Congressman Bilirakis has always been involved in our community, and I'm personally glad to call him my friend. Congressman Gus Bilirakis, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, all of us, and the residents of Tarpon Springs, it is my honor to present to you the key to the city. And now we're going to go here to the front of the podium to present you the key of the city, all of us as a team.
Μάικ, ο μεγάλος και τρανός. Έτσι.
What an honor that is to have two congressmen here tonight and Archbishop. Your Eminence, would you come too, please? Your Eminence.
Ποιος είναι αυτός?
Ο Αρχιεπίσκοπος,
Ποιος?
ο Νικήτας.
Again, Congressman Bilirakis, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and the people of Tarpon Springs representing the key of the city. Now you know this key is, they can open any door, but most of all, you can open our hearts because you know how much we love you and how much we respect you. Not only you, but your dad as well. Both of you, they're being the champions for Tarpon Springs, and thank you for it. Thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you, God.
One second, guys. Just gonna take a couple more photographs. Good, smile over here and I'll put it in.
Spanish, I take photos from time to check the West. Oh, all the relatives.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What did they do?
Bravo, bravo. You went to school here.
Yeah.
This is your high school. Yeah.
Right.
This is your high school.
I know. Thanks. So what should I do now?
Congressman Bilirakis, do you want to say a few words? Thank you.
Thank you so very much. This means the world to me. It really does. You know, you get awards as a member of Congress, and my father used to say the same thing. We're very, very much alike. I think you can tell. We even look alike. But when you get something like this, the key to the city from your hometown, it means the world to you. Some of the awards that we get, maybe we haven't earned, and some maybe we deserve an award. But to have this from my hometown, where I grew up, this beloved Tarpon Springs of mine, it means the world to me. And I want to thank, I'm not going to talk too long, because I know you have a big meeting here, and I want to thank you for all your efforts. And he was my host when we went to the island, the Greek island of Angelatos, where all four of my grandparents are from, just this October, and they honored me. And I appreciate it. I couldn't have done it really, gotten around navigating without you, Cristo, because it's been so many years since we've been there. But boy, oh boy, was that a homecoming too. My mom, I want to thank my mother, first of all, for giving me everything. She This is her high school. You guys can cut me off if I'm speaking too long, okay, Costa? Because I know you have important business to do. But my mother, this is her high school and my middle school. And a lot of us here, it was called a junior high. That's how old I am back then. But what a wonderful place to go to school. As a matter of fact, we started, my brother is here with me too, Dr. Angelo Bilirakis, and we did everything together. And we grew up together in this wonderful town. And talk about a public servant. I'm a politician. This guy is a true public servant. He cared about his community. He cares about his people. And he cares about, more importantly, he cares about his church, his ecclesia. But I used to walk from the elementary school, Tarpon Springs Elementary, and then of course here to the junior high school, and then every day I would go to my grandfather's bakery, and I would work in the bakery, and that was the most wonderful experience for me. It really was. All the great things, and of course His Eminence Nikitas, where's Nikita? Did he leave already? Oh, okay, all right. Was there to greet me, and if he wasn't there, of course my grandfather was there. Of course, the Angelatos, I was named after him, and of course my Aunt Callie Lulias, who really means the world to me. God rest her soul. She was really another great role model, and I learned to speak the language. And actually at the bakery. Of course, we went to Greek school. Sometimes we weren't paying attention in Greek school. But I love Greek school, to be honest with you. I really look forward to going because I love the Greek language. I love our customs, our traditions. As a matter of fact, my grandfather, my dad's father, he was in Tarpon Springs. And my dad was born in Tarpon Springs. My mom was born in Tarpon Springs, raised in Tarpon. Dad was raised in Western Pennsylvania, in Clariton. But after he moved back, everybody comes back to Tarpon Springs, right, Nick? Yeah, you go other places, but you can't find anything more unique than Tarpon Springs, Florida. No question. But my grandfather, Emmanuel Bilirakis, moved back here in 1960. But can you believe, when my brother Manuel was born, but can you believe, of course, with my grandmother Irini Bilirakis, but can you believe that he had the opportunity to come back home in the United States of America? Yeah. I mean, where do you find that other than this beautiful, wonderful town? He met all the people that he grew up with in Angelatos and hung out with them. I mean, that's pretty unique. That's pretty darn unique. That's going back, and it's kind of like our own Disney World here in Tarpon Springs. It's really true. And my grandmother was a wonderful role model, Maria Miauli. She was a public servant as well. Served over 20 years for the Philopathos. And I keep saying that, I tell people she outlasted Roosevelt. But she really did a lot for this community. And every time someone came from Greece, particularly from our island of Angelatos, they would stay upstairs in that bakery until they got their feet wet and until they got situated. So what a wonderful place. I would not trade it for the world, folks. And it's real world experience. They can talk to us about, and I represent some wonderful cities and areas in this area, but they can talk to us about maybe debatable whether we're the best people. I don't know, I think so, but I will tell you, we are real people. There's not, right, fathers? There's nothing fake about us. Yeah. And what I learned from this town, socializing with every group growing up in the public school system here, I would not trade for the world, okay? After all, produced 2 members of Congress, right? 2 archbishops, a rock star, right? And Bertie Higgins, right? Anyone heard of Key Largo? Okay, the first-born mayor, foreign-born mayor, he came here when he was 13 years old, and he loves this town more than anything. Probably, I don't know more than God knows, but it's probably I would say that they're on the same level. And even a movie star who moved here a couple years ago, Antonio Zabato, I brought him here for Epiphany. Mm-hmm. okay? And he fell in love with this city and bought a house near Howard Park. So he was supposed to be here tonight, but he's taking classes at St. Petersburg College.
Wow.
Which is a wonderful thing. So, you know, folks, it takes a village. It really does. That's the only thing I agree with Hillary on. It takes a village. And boy, do we have a village here. We call it Toeliniko Chodyo. And I want to mention again, my godmother, Maria Spanu, who was my second mother, really. She raised me, she taught me her ways. She was from Asia Minor. From Smyrna, and boy, oh boy, did I learn culture and education and manners. Sometimes I forget that I know manners, but in most cases I do. I do know manners, but I always think of what she would do and what she would say. She was a second mother, again, for my brother, minority as well, and her family is here. Maria and Ronnie Andrews and Thea Bilirakis. And thank you very much. They're representing her tonight. So raise your hand, please. Thank you very much for being here. Christopher Steele is amazing. He's an amazing individual. I don't know if he's here tonight, but boy, oh boy, what he has done. He has put us on the map as far as our work is concerned. And all the murals you see in Tallahassee, I have the replicas in my office in Washington. I have a bunch of sponges there too. So everybody can take a sponge when they leave to remind us of this great city. But Christopher Steele, all the murals that you see in the chamber in Tallahassee, Johnny's thinking I'm talking too long. I know you're Johnny. Yeah. All the murals that you see in the chamber in Tallahassee, that's Christopher Steele. And he did a wonderful job at the hospital too. Yeah, another star that really loves the city so very much, and has traveled to Greece with us as well. Not with me, but with Christo, with our great mayor. So I'm not going to say any more other than thank God for the sponge divers. Okay. The Spongers built a church, okay? The Spongers did. They brought us here. My great-grandfather, both great-grandfathers were here, to be honest, in 1905. And Dad, I tell the story about the President of the United States coming to Tarpon and how we got the Angelo River dredge. And I'm not going to get into it now, but Christopher Steele told me the other day, and he showed me the picture, that your grandfather was on that boat with the president. So I've got to verify that, but it sure looked like him. So, Sasu Karistume, I want to continue to work, and of course, I want to live here for the rest of my life, and I do feel bad for our kids, because they didn't have this growing up like we did. This is extremely unique, ladies and gentlemen. I know we've kept the customs and the traditions, and the non-Greeks that are here are very much for that. And I appreciate them so very much too. But the kids aren't going to experience what we did. And that's a shame. But I will be. I am very grateful. One more thing, I had a family that was visiting just the other day from Washington D.C. Both the mother and the father are from Greece, and they're very, very successful financially. And they have two doctors, sons, two doctors. The name is Polimeropoulos from Washington, and the son, one of the doctors, Christo, was turning the corner on Lodikanis to meet me at Mykonos for dinner. And he leaned over to his dad in the car and says, "Dad, I want to be here every day." Every day. And thank you all for being here to support me tonight.
like to invite His Eminence Archbishop to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I didn't know that I was speaking. Tarpon indeed is a wonderful and unique place. It's one of those communities where people just accepted one another. We never looked at identities. We never looked at socioeconomic levels. People here just knew each other and appreciated one another. Tarpon is a place that produces, as my younger cousin and congressman said, it produces people of quality and character. And that's because we are molded by not only our own families, but a greater community. It is a community that is known, yes, for the Hellenic heritage and the people who came here for sponges. But it is also a community that's known for the Innis paintings, for example. An artist unknown to most people, but of the highest standing. Which means that Tarpon Springs is full of secrets. It's filled with good things and surprises. I also want to thank the community because I'm a product of this community, as is my own brother John, who also contributed to the development and the formation and the identity of many young people, and those who not only learned songs and dances, but also the people who traveled to Greece and various other parts of the world. Because people from Tarpon do travel. We don't like to sit still. We don't only visit the islands of our heritage, but we visit other places like Israel and Russia. And now I wait to welcome groups to England. Some of you have come in the past, and I hope to see you there in the very near future. I will be waiting for you, Mr. Mayor, Chris, whose real name is Chrysostomos, for those of you who don't know. He's given the name of a very special saint in the church. If you've ever read Narcissus and Goldmund, you would know the name. It is one of those works by Hermann Hesse, which most people don't bother to read. But it means the golden mouth. And he was a person who spoke out against injustice. And prior to the beginning of the meeting, the mayor and I spoke about issues of justice. And I pray that you will continue to speak out against injustice, especially the issues of modern day slavery and human trafficking. Because they are critical, and we as a church, as a community, as a city, and as people must do what we can to make the world a better place. Thank you for being so gracious. Thank you for giving me the podium, the opportunities to speak, and to see old familiar faces from old Tarpon families. And they were carrying on various conversations, and I entered the conversation with them. And one of the Florida said, I'm from Tarpon Springs. And I asked her her last name, what's your family name? And she told me. And I said to her, you're not from Tarpon. Your family may have moved there recently. And she said, how would you know? I said, because I'm from Tarpon. And I am proud to be from Tarpon. God bless you all and thank you.
Honorable Congressman Michael Bilirakis, would you like to say a few words? No? Okay.
All right. No,
Gus,
just,
would you help
Yeah,
me?
my favorite.
I just want to thank the city for remembering Gus I'm very, very proud of him, as I am of my other son, 2 sons. Hey, the Jewish people do really well with all their children, and they're very successful. And the story about one of them saying his 5-year-old is a lawyer, and his 7-year-old is a congressman, and et cetera, et cetera. And we are just so very proud of both of my sons and our other friends here at Tarpon Springs. Father Nikita, Senate, yes.
Congressman, would you please come closer to the microphone?
Well,
We can
my
hear
voice, I lost my voice the day I think I retired from the Congress. I lost my voice.
Δεν πειράζει, εντάξει.
I just wanted to say very quickly.
Εδώ.
Oh,
A few years ago, I was asked to speak at the.
Dad, they want you
Where?
to get a little.
Εδώ.
People cannot hear you at home.
Yeah, but
They can't hear you at home.
we're just killing a lot of time.
Ah, there you go, buddy.
I know you're all very anxious to get going with the meetings. But a few years ago, I was asked to speak at this church event in St. Augustine. And I had been out of Congress for a while. I had a staff of 16 people in Congress. I didn't have to do too very many things on my own. All of a sudden, hey, I've got to make a speech, and I have nobody to write it for me. And so I sat down, and something that I believe in very, very much, and that is that we are what we have been. We are what we have been. And we Hellenes are so very successful because of the history of the athletic people in this country and in the entire world. And I went into all of these things, did a lot of research, and here it is, Tarpon Springs. 2 congressmen.
Yeah.
2 congressmen from Tarpon Springs.
Very good.
So anyhow, they said it very well. But the bakery, this, that, Pappas's, all of everything that we have made available to us during the years, I didn't have the upkeep that my sons did. But because when I was about 2 years old, the Depression hit, and my father bundled the family in the back of a pickup truck, an open pickup truck, I guess it wasn't a pickup, probably more of a truck, and moved to Clearton, Pennsylvania, looking for work. And so I grew up in Clearton, Pennsylvania, as a result of that. But we are what we have been, and we are many successful people in this room here today, and that is as a result of our old timers. Thank you so much.
The Consul General of Greece, the Honorable Gus Bilirakis, is here with us today. Do you want to say a few words, sir?
Εκεί στο τραπέζι του.
Hello, everybody. It is a high honor for me to be here today and speak about Gus Bilirakis, your representative, our representative. As you probably know, I recently arrived in Florida 6 months ago, and before coming here, I was told by different people in Athens, Greece, that you should meet with Congressman Bilirakis. He's a very important person. And of course I knew that because I mean everybody in Greece knows not only you but also your father and the legacy of the Bilirakis family, who were so much influential in both in Washington and here. So I said, of course, I'm going to meet him, and I'm sure that the reputation is well justified. And this is not only the representative of Tarpon Springs, but we feel him like the representative of Greece in Washington, and this is very important to us. I'm not going to repeat any of the high value of contribution of the Bilirakis family and also of Gus to the cause of Greece. Today I would just prefer to point out the following. When I came here, I met him, and I didn't only find a very important person, very important politician, I also found a very good man. And this is very important for me at a personal level. And I think it's important for Greece. It's important for the people of the Tarpon Springs and of the whole area here to be represented by him. But it's important for Greece because we know that there is someone in Washington, D.C. Advocating our cause who is a good man. And this counts. Trust me, believe me. So, thank you for doing all this. And again, it has been a great honor for me to be here today.
Thank you. And I would like to ask my fellow commissioners to comment, and I'll begin with Vice Mayor Carr.
Thank you, Mayor. Growing up in Tarpon Springs, I've always known the Bilirakis name. Had the honor to get to know you as a commissioner, and thank you for your service fighting for our veterans of the U.S. And also us here locally too. So thank you for everything you've done for us here locally, and keep up the fight. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. You said tonight our city is so unique, and we're so lucky to have somebody that was born here, raised here, graduate at Tarpon High, truly understands us. So thank you very much. You're a great man. You got a great family, great supporters. Thank you for being here.
Commissioner Gus.
Thank you. I guess there's not much more than we can say about our gratitude towards you. For me personally, we go back, our grandmothers, and I used to carry the butter cans, the flour, and everything into the bakery, for the Easter Uludia, and that was always a treat for me, just like you've expressed. And so I know you, I know the entire families, and thank you for being here, and thank you all, Bilirakis, Manus, Mauli family, for being here. Thank you.
Congressman Gus Bilirakis, again, I want to thank you for your service to our country and all your contributions to Tarpon Springs. And I am very honored to call you friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now we're going to go to the public comments. Father Bilirakis?
Yes.
I guess I'm comfortable here, but I'm also comfortable up there, having done a number of shows up here. A number of years ago, I did go with the contingency from Tarpon to England for the enthronement of the Archbishop. While we were on that trip, one of the people on that trip looked at me and said, "Father, you are a Tarponite." And that was a big honor for me to hear that. I stumbled into Tarpon Springs after having served Clearwater for 21 years. It was supposed to be an interim thing. Well, it turned out that I became dean of the cathedral for 3 years, and it was the great 3 years that I spent there with the people of Tarpon Springs. I'm a pre-World War II baby, and I grew up in an area something like Tarpon Springs. So I felt very comfortable in Tarpon Springs. A number of years ago, Gus Bilirakis called me and said, "Would you be willing to come to Washington, D.C. and give the prayer for Congress, the opening of Congress?" And I said, yes, I would. And it was an honor for me to do that, to have Gus asked me to be there, and I'm always indebted to him for that honor of being, and I think maybe I was one of the only Greek Orthodox priests that have done that so far. So it was a big honor. Tarpon Springs unique, it sure is, and I learned how unique it was. The and there are many characters. Would you be willing to portray one of the characters, in fact, two of the characters, because they were parallel? I said, sure. So I did the conquistador, who thought he was a religious man, and but he was all for himself. And then at the end, of course, I played the Greek Orthodox priest at the Epiphany part of it, and another religious man. Even in the costume, you could see parallels. Costa was there, and he witnessed it. But it really brought the history of Tarpon really to my heart and soul by being able to participate in that. And if you haven't seen the mural, go to Old City Hall inside, and you will see the mural on the wall. It's great. Gus, thank you so much. You are a good friend.
We also, with us tonight, we have a visiting state senator from Rhode Island, Senator Bilirakis, who wants to say a few words too.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council here in Tarpon. Gus, it was an honor and pleasure to be here today, and I found out late this afternoon, we had just flown in late last night. We have a second home in Clearwater, Florida, and it's an honor to be here. And as I was running for office many, many years ago, about 23 years ago, being a state senator, and every time I see Gus, he goes, Lou, when are you running for Congress to join me?
Yeah.
I said, well, the problem is in Rhode Island, we're a small state, we only have 2 members of Congress, and it's probably a difficult mountain to climb, but working with Gus as a state senator and Gus as a federal member of Congress, it's very important to work on issues of concern between the United States and our roots, Greece, but also the tenacity that Gus has portrayed right here in Tarpon Springs. I came here about 6 years ago for the first time, but I knew about his dad 23 years ago when I first got elected in Rhode Island on the state level, the work that he did for the community here in Tarpon Springs, for all the constituents. And it's a legacy, ladies and gentlemen. And then for Gus to carry on that legacy, it's very important that the people of this community, Tarpon Springs, respect the Bilirakis family. And everybody should be proud of what the family has done for all the residents of this community. Gus, thank you again for serving as a colleague in government, even though we're on the state level, but we fight together for all issues, for all Americans and for all Greek Americans. Thank you.
We are going to the public comments. If anyone has any comments, please come forward to the podium, state your name, your address, you'll be given 4 minutes. Also with us, we have Mr. Maynard, who's representing our community. If you please come forward, if you want to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Chief, no question. Long story behind that. First of all, I'm very proud of our family. There's 15 cousins, first cousins, from Manuses, Bilirakises, Miolases, Lalekises, everyone. And everyone is loved and raised by all of us. But I was the best because I got to ride the coattails of everybody. My godfather, Mike Bilirakis, when I was in Washington, before he was a congressman, he was a chemical engineer, and he said, tonight, I'm taking you to see some gentleman that might make it one day. I was 12 years old, the gentleman was John F. Kennedy. No. So, then the best one is, of course, Archbishop Nikitas, who we share the same name. So therefore, I always throw that around. But I just want to say I'm so proud of this community to have these gentlemen, Nikitas, recognized all over the world in his trafficking committee, who stands with the Pope and the the Canterbury, the Archbishop of Canterbury, that's the committee. So it's great for us. And then of course, Gus, he was always the little one in the family and we always beat him. And I just want you to know, as president of the parish, we thank you, we thank the Bilirakises. You know how we love Nikita. And just remember, the key, 10% belongs to St. Nicholas. Thank you.
With us tonight, we also have Mr. Angelatos, who has done so much for our community, not only for our dance group, but also he's conducting our sister city ceremony. So, John, thank you. If you want to say a few words, you're welcome to it.
I just want to say I'm proud of my cousin. That's good. They said it all.
If anyone has any comments, please come to the podium, state your name and the address. You'll be given 4 minutes.
Mr. Mayor, Mike Rizzola, just want to say thank you to everybody here, to the commissioners and to the chief and everybody else. Just really quickly, I've had the pleasure of working for Congressman Gus Bilirakis for about 7 years or so now, and we've used the word unique a lot today to describe the city, but I think we can use it as well to describe Gus Bilirakis. Gus, you are a man that, despite all the challenges in DC and the political turmoil and just everything, you stay above it all. And you never forget your values. You've never forgotten what it means to serve the people. And something that's a testimony to your father, it's something that inspires everybody, not just the people that you know in Tarpon, but even the younger generation. And I just want to say thank you. And I also want to make a PSA that we do have pastries, which was Gus's idea, outside in the hall. So please, on your way out, make sure you grab a pastry and enjoy. But I just want to say thank you again for everybody to coming out here and supporting a man that we all love, Congressman Gus Bilirakis. Thank you.
Michael, thank you for your service in the Marine Corps. City Manager LaCruz, do you want to say something? Just watch the time. Okay, so.
May I say something?
Yes, please.
Perhaps I'm the only person here that's not from Tarpon, although I love it very much. Jill Melconian from Palm Harbor, I live in now, was on many committees and things in Clearwater. But I just wanted to say, if there was such a thing as a key to Pinellas County, a key to the state of Florida, and a key to the United States of America, Gus Bilirakis should have it. Eforisto.
Thank you so much. Getting close to the time, we're going to take one more.
George Kilianis, 624 Banner Drive, Tarpon Springs, 34689. I just want to come up really quick and just congratulate you, Congressman. It's such an honor being here tonight and seeing this award bestowed upon you. There's no one more deserving in this nation. It has been such an honor. I'm getting emotional up here. It's been such an honor being able to work for you and have the opportunity to just know you. You're not only my mentor, but a great friend to me and my family. I'm so thankful for you. And I tell everyone, if there was a representative in this nation, if every representative was like Congressman Bilirakis, if every senator was like Congressman Bilirakis, and if the President of the United States was like Congressman Bilirakis, this would be such a different and great nation. It's already a great nation, but we would have people who understand that it is we the people, and the Congressman embodies that so much. And sir, I'm just so thankful for you. Thank you for your service, and God bless you, Congressman.
Thank you, We are running out of time, so I want to thank you all for being here tonight to honor Gus Bilirakis. Thank you.
Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it very much. It's such a kind of start. And Dad, I want to thank my father for paving the way.
and paved the way for me. So God bless you. My uncle Nick is here too, my Aunt Poppy. Where are they? Well, thank you. He taught me how to love the Florida Gators. And also, we made a few trips to the racetrack as well.
Gus.
So I appreciate you so very much. And in honor of the Greek American Bakery, where I was raised, and all of us were raised in the bakery one time or another, we have Greek pastry in the back. So thank you so much. God bless you.